Good morning, humbuns. On the way down to you already know, because in my big feeder voice, you already know what I got on. I got on red, so you know I'm going down to Lake Georgia. Y'all excuse the hair. Listen, that wash and whatever they try to lie and tell you that the wash and go, baby, my hair is, I look like a whole lion, okay, by the head. But watch, everybody be like, Miss Carly, your hair is so pretty. Listen, I don't like that. But the hair is big. I do like big hair, but I like big, longer hair. But my hair ain't that long, so we gotta work where we gotta work until the wig get put back on. So listen, today it's been shaking for the last couple of weeks. You know, when transitions happen in your life, you are just like you everywhere. You know, because God can tell us one thing, and this is what was happening in my life. God was telling me one thing. Carla was doing, what she wanted to do. At 45, yes, listen, you supposed to listen to God, you know. But this is to the flesh talking to anybody, not just me. Lord, I'm not about to become emotional. But listen to God, okay? He not gonna ever steer you wrong. My God, on today, when he tell you don't do something, don't do it. When he tell you to wait, because when I tell you, my God, my testimony between the last year, how my life has changed, okay? Not just health-wise, not just mentally, but changed overall. When I tell you, the Carla that I was back in June of 25 is not the Carla that I am today. And I thank God for that. You know, you thank God for growth. You thank God for the mistakes, you know. You thank God for it all. Y'all, I'm acting like I am literally late for work, which is crazy. Okay. Baby, my mama is telling me about my potatoes. My T. Brenda made me some potatoes. I wanted some celebratory potatoes. Let me tell you why, okay? Because your girl, she stopped trying to do them carbs like that, okay? If I cannot do carbs, I will. Listen. So, I was at an office last year. I transitioned to a different office. And now I am transitioning to a new position. My God, on today. What I have learned in my 45 years in life, not even 45 years in life, let's go back. And I know I've told this story before, but let's go to that Caucasian lady who literally tapped me on my shoulder and told me, Carla, it's going to be a lot of times that God speaks to you. Other people, they not going to understand it. That's why this is another thing. When God have conversations with you, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Not only is it not for everybody, but even when certain things are occurring in your life, hold that stuff close. Even with your best friends. And listen, I just had a conversation with somebody who I used to talk to. And when he said, this was his verbiage. His verbiage was, oh, all of them people not your friends. Baby, listen. If Carla Denise, Miss Books, do you call you her friend? Oh, you a friend. And I'm not talking about she always come to my birthday parties and she always, no. I'm talking about when I'm crying at nighttime and I got somebody that I need to talk to that's going to pray me through it. I have those type of friends. Not the social media friend, okay? I don't have the one that take pictures with me and we don't talk for eons. No, I don't have that type of friend. Because guess what? I'm not a needy friend, but when I need you, and that's with even in relationships, I don't give too many times, but you only got por favor un momento times to disappoint me in my chemical gay voice. Yeah. I know that I'm not a person to disappoint. I will tell you I can't do it before I disappoint you. So, with that being said, he had he told me that the friends that I thought I had, I didn't have. Maybe every one of my friends, tried and true. Because one thing I know for certain, and two things I know for sure, God don't put nobody in my life that's not supposed to be. Okay? Two, my level of discernment. Now, you may stay longer than what you were supposed to, but God did tell me about you. Okay? Now, don't get that twisted. Okay? God did tell me about you. It was me, being me, keeping you around longer than you should have been. You know? Because everybody, not everybody, but I am a true believer, especially when God gives you that notice, that's that person's expiration date. Yeah. Like bread, yeah. Like milk, like what's his name? Like what can I say, the milk? Yeah, like milk. It has an expiration date. Hell, medicine have an expiration date. I found that out trying to clean out stuff. That's another thing. I've been decluttering my life, and I feel it's just like y'all go down to my Vinted, buy all that shit up, okay? Because I'm trying to get that stuff out of my house, okay? I'm not trying to open my house up to new stuff. Okay, y'all know I'm in Baton Rouge, and you know it's shaking like a new stripper, so I don't want to hear nothing. Yes, it is shaking. I need to find a new, that's what I'm going to do when I leave. But I have literally been watching videos about young women on YouTube getting their life together and the steps and not repeating the past when it comes to certain relationships, whether that relationship be with a man or whether it be with your friends, okay? Certain things you just can't allow to continue to happen. But I started my new position on the 22nd. When I tell you, elated, and I got a chance to go to one of the events. And when I tell you, I'm a person of service. Let's talk. And I'm also a person who needs human interaction. During COVID, what saved my sanity was actually coming to Target. That is crazy. What saved my sanity was coming to Target. Reason being, I needed people. Even though we really couldn't be, we had to be the 6 feet apart. We didn't do that. But even though we were supposed to do the 6 feet apart, it was just something about it. Yeah, I'm taking my purse inside today because normally I don't. But today, I don't feel like walking to my car, and I feel like I'm going to need something out that store. Do I need something out that store? No. But I feel like I need something out that store. Y'all should have saw my LSU shirt. That's the ADHD. Y'all should have saw my LSU shirt yesterday. Y'all, I'm going to have to put some water, some on my hair. Y'all should have saw that LSU shirt yesterday because, listen, I kept getting compliments. I went to the nail shop to get my feet done yesterday. But, yeah, it's just like, my God, on today. Thank you, Jesus. You know, and have I been disobedient to his word? Yes. And I think all of this, it goes back to, I don't know, my video about my aunt should be out. But just her funeral was a catapult to me. Just, you know how you talk to your dog if you got a dog. If you talk to your dog and that dog tilt his head like, at her funeral, I tilted my head, and the reason why it wasn't of confusion, it was because the life that they spoke of about her, my God, if I could get 1/4 of that lets you know right there. If I could get 1/4, and I already know the people that I've sold into, and that's another thing. I don't want no funeral, y'all. So listen, I'm like Shirley, you gonna have to give me my flowers now, because you definitely not gonna have, you're not gonna have the opportunity to give it to me via a funeral, because I've already educated everybody in my life. Hell, even my ex-husbands, they knew. Carla do not want no funeral. Don't. I don't want that fake crying over me, making like you love me, and yeah, stay at home. I told them to, what I told them to do, I said, let me put this, do I have pockets? I ain't got no pockets, y'all. I know you lying. Yeah, I don't want nobody fake crying over me. They can have that. Sorry. Not sorry. Lord, I need to pay that bill today. I can't catch a break, baby. These bills be on me like a backpack. Y'all, my friend Angelica, she is an artist. When I tell you all of her stuff hit, let me show you. Can you see it? Yeah, she got some nice stuff. When I tell you that heifer can paint, she can paint, baby. She got one that's called When Doves Cry. By God, on today. You know what? I'm glad we said, I just said that, because guess what? I need to tell her to put that on I can't afford the paint, Jesus, but I probably could afford a mug and some other stuff. So I'm going to tell her to do that for me. Lord, do it for me, okay? But yeah, y'all, that is the good news that I spoke about. A couple of, everything was solidified yesterday. And I'm just elated. I was able to meet a lot of the people who I would be working with. And it's just good to be, because guess what? Whenever going into an event, I always pray and tell the Lord, like, bring awareness to me and the people who I'm around. So with that being said, like, Lord, if it's something like, no lie, when I started first looking for a job, guess what? Jesus. When I first started looking for a job, guess what? It was a couple of jobs where the title is something that I wanted, but once I was able to speak with the people that work there, 45, automatically, I was like, this not gonna work. Then one lady, she ended up calling me back because I ended up accepting the other position. And she was like, why did you not, why didn't you make it? We were gonna select you. That's another thing. Y'all gonna stop playing with people's time, okay? When I say playing with people's time, if you know that person is somebody you want, don't play. But listen, God makes no mistakes. So that was done as it was supposed to. So when I tell you, she was like, you were a shoe-in for it. Okay, well, listen, somebody else that shooed me in, and they came with what they were supposed to. And I'm okay with it, So, I'm okay. Life is good, And I get to work from home. My God. I do some outside stuff, but for the most part, I work from home. I'm glad I said that, because I do need to register for that walk. But yeah, y'all, I've been starting to watch videos, taking my health a lot better than what I was before. But yeah, that's it. About to go down to the Target and entertain these people like I do. Bye-bye. Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow, have a good day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's hair. Very good, honey. This got dark.